What's up, everybody? I'm Will.
JP.
This is the roll call. This week we went to go see the Snowman.
Yeah.
And let's get this started with, what do you think?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm so upset that we saw that movie. Like, the previews made it look like it was gonna be this like Seven type crazy whodunit, people dying left and right movie, and like snowmen heads and.
So pretty much the plot is this cop is investigating a series of murders of like pregnant women or women who got abortions.
Women with kids, yeah.
Yeah, women, who had abortions, and at the scene of the crime, the killer always leaves a snowman, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So let's. I don't know. It really wasn't good.
Yeah.
There was it. It wanted to do too much, and it just. There were a lot of plot lines that went nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, that just stopped.
Like big things you think are like a big part of the movie, and then they're just not.
Yeah, they
just.
They do that like misdirection that all these movies do, where it's like, oh, they're the killer, and they like really, really want to point you in one direction, so they show you like,
They pretty much give you like a like a fake plot line, and don't even do anything with it. Like,
yeah.
They go on this whole nother like prostitution scam thing, and then they just stop.
Yeah.
There is no like conclusion of it, or like, oh, that's why they did it. You literally have no reason or knowledge of why or what happened to those girls.
Yeah.
They never explain it. They never even bring it up.
But that takes up like an hour of the movie.
The first like half of the movie is about like Russian girls being smoked, and they never even. That's the weirdest part too. Is it all you see is like a girl that's like maybe 18 walking into a house, and then like the next time you see her, she looks all sad, and then like shows her tits, and then the guy takes a picture of her.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Like, does this seem like the place to do this kind of stuff? We'll talk later.
Yeah, and then that's it.
Yeah, and then they show the guy again, and he's like, "There's no girls here."
Yeah. And they like make a point to show you that he paints his toenails.
Yeah, pink.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was weird. It was really weird. And then when there's two cops.
Yeah, a guy and a girl.
And when the girl goes to like, cause she's convinced it's the rapist.
Yeah, the
cultist.
He's like the I don't know, mayor or something.
J.K. Simmons from everything.
Juno, it's the only thing I can think of.
Juno, Spider-Man.
Allstate guy.
Yeah, no, not Allstate. Farmers.
Farmers, yeah.
Yeah, it's him, and she goes to confront him, and like, that's.
She's wrong.
Yeah.
So like loses her job. And then you find out that like her dad was investigating the same killer.
Played by Val Kilmer.
Yeah, who's not in good health at all.
Yeah.
Looked like shit. He could barely talk.
Yeah,
He was all like hunched up and
he's got cancer.
really big jowls.
I gotta give it to the dude. You got cancer.
Yeah.
And you
Well, he had
still show up
cancer.
I
I guess he had it taken out. I think that's why his mouth was all messed up, is because he had surgery.
Yeah, at first we're like, plastic surgery gone wrong. And then I felt like an asshole for saying that. But, yeah.
Who knows, right? But,
And they pretty much solved Kurt Cobain's murder when they were like describing, they were like, how come he shot himself with a shotgun, but the spread was directly behind him?
Not
It would have been on the
angle.
ceiling.
And like, they're right, too. You can't just, like...
Not with a full shotgun.
You can't put that in your mouth and pull the trigger. You have to, like...
Same thing behind Kurt Cobain. Courtney Love did it, for the record.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Well,
or his best friend did it, actually.
Well, she didn't do it, but
she paid his best friend to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I keep going back to the previews, because they made it look so good. But then, like I told you, it's like they only used that one scene, and they just chopped it up into a preview, and made it look like it was this intense movie. But honestly, they only show him killing like 2 people.
Yeah.
And they don't even
But
show
he's got
it.
the coolest device ever.
Yeah, that little like wire thing.
Yeah, it's like it looks like it's got like a piano wire.
Yeah.
And
It's like a bone saw.
yeah, and he clips it around like the person's neck like a noose, and it's loose, and he pulls the trigger and it like spins and slices their head clean.
Yeah.
But like they're stupid. Like Chloe Sevigny's scene in that where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, she's not dead, she's just missing, and then they find her, and it's like, okay, but then she dies immediately after. So they go back and they're like, she's gonna die, and then Chloe Sevigny answers the door. And it's like, oh no, she's my identical twin.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then the killer. When they finally reveal the killer, here's how I figured out the killer. I don't know if you heard me.
No, we figured it out at the same time.
Because they're on the train. I'm not going to say who the killer is for people who haven't seen the movie. But, like, they're on the train and they're talking. And I was like, I bet you he's the killer.
Yeah.
And Kevin goes, this is my buddy who's with us. He goes, why do you say that? And I was like, well, it's kind of overly obvious, and I just am going for what is the dumbest possible twist ever. And then it's like, as the scene goes on, it's like, oh my god, I know I'm right.
Yep.
And
I
it's
see
like,
the same thing.
it's like, it's him.
We were kind of sitting far apart,
Yeah.
so we couldn't really hear each other, but
Yeah, you called over to me.
Yeah.
You're like, do you think it's him? And it's like, that's what I just said to Kevin.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh my god.
They were so obvious about it, like they didn't.
They did that thing where it's like they don't show him to you a lot in the movie.
Yeah, you
to
see
try
like his
and
back.
discredit him. Like he's only in like 3 or 4 scenes.
Yeah.
So you just forget about him. But I don't know, it was dumb. And then his motivation. Oh my god. It made no sense. The movie starts off and you see that his mom is fucking this cop, and the cop like abuses him and the mother, and then the mom's like, I'm gonna tell your wife that he's your son, and the cop like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, how about?
Yeah. Peace. And he runs, and the mom guy gets in the car with her kid, chases them in like full high-speed pursuit, and then just gives up, and they're like over a lake in the middle of winter. It's frozen, and she just lets go of the wheel and drives off into the lake, and the son grabs the wheel and it spins out, and he gets out, and the ice starts to break, and the mom won't leave the car, and she kills
She
herself.
just looks at him awkwardly as she dies.
Yep. Best of luck, kid.
Yeah.
Like, great parenting. And the dad leaves. So that's why he kills mothers who abandon their children. And he kills the abortion people. So, alright, that's good motivation. But then at the end, when he catches the killer, when he catches,
His wife and
yeah.
kid.
Yeah, he kidnaps Michael Fassbender's wife and kid. He's like, breaking down his master plan. And he's like, I thought I had everything wrong. And he's like, and I was in a dark place. And then I saw your picture in the newspaper smiling with all those medals. And I thought, here's a guy who has everything. And then I found out about the way you are. And I needed to motivate you. And it's like, really?
So dumb.
So you murdered all of those women just to motivate?
To get him to stop drinking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because he's an alcoholic. Like
He's a scumbag.
Yeah.
He's a cop, but he's a scumbag.
Yeah, like waking up in playgrounds, and why would you fall asleep in the child's playground? Like literally sleeping on the
Can't
side
say
of the
that
road.
I've never done that.
Well,
I have.
spend a lot of time in playgrounds.
There's a couple times
Is that why we can't drive school?
That's
Bicycles?
kind of it.
Oh. Okay.
Seriously though, I did pass out at like Valley View one time in the slide. So I can't.
He was a good cop, and his partner was stupid.
Yeah,
She was fucking aggravating.
It was frustrating. They were both on like different agendas.
She's trying to solve her father's murder. but
Without
she's
telling anybody.
Yeah. And it's like suspended, and I don't know. And then it's like we were confused on if she was even looking for the killer the whole time.
Yeah, I don't think she was. I still don't.
Like if she was looking for the girls
Yeah.
or the killer, or just it doesn't really show much of her motivations.
It's like she was using the case of the killer to gain access to the files
So she can do her own thing.
that were like involving her dad, which is weird.
It's mostly like she was trying to prove her dad didn't kill himself.
Yeah.
Not find the guy who killed her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, I agree. I don't know, the movie just fucking sucked.
It was not a good movie. I don't recommend it. I mean, people out there might like it. It
What
got
about the
horrible
soundtrack?
reviews. The soundtrack, dude.
I got it. We got to talk about
That
the
was
soundtrack.
the weirdest
Techno Euro.
techno, like industrial.
Not
Enya,
even industrial.
Like
Anya, dude. It's like Anya, like.
It was just like
if
every
she smoked crystal
yeah.
meth.
It was just like weird guttural sounds with heavy bass lines and then like high pitched squealing.
Michael Fassbender takes. Oh, even better. His name is Harry
Oh
Hole.
my god, we forgot
Harry
about
Hole.
the Harry Hole.
Harry Hole.
H-O-L-E.
Yeah,
Hole.
Hole. Not as not as incomplete. Like dark, stinking.
Harry Hole.
Yep, Harry Holes. So I don't know how that name. What author didn't even put that together? Like, how oblivious do you have to be to write a book with your main
I
character
think
Harry
it's
Hole?
just a big joke on everybody that paid money to see that movie.
Yeah. Guess what? This movie's shit.
Name's Harry Hole.
Actually, it's kind of genius. Yeah. But he like takes his kid to this concert, so I'm thinking it's gonna be like a band,
Yeah.
and it's some weird bald dude like rah, rah, rah. Yeah, it's like what the fuck? And then later on in the movie, during the chase scene, it's that same kind of like. I don't know, it was awkward.
It was not good.
And the way the killer died is just he just was walking towards him, and it's like
found the one place in the lake that wasn't frozen.
Yeah,
all the way.
this vast lake, frozen all the way over everywhere. And as he's walking over to kill Harry Hole, he just
Fell in a wet hole.
Yeah, he just took a step and fell, and a gaping wet hole.
Yeah, and it was like so anticlimactic that
And
they
the
set this whole movie up for like the big ending, and then it's like, I'm gonna.
And then it
Fall in a
ends
hole.
there, and then the next scene is him at the dispatch in the morning at the police station, and they're like, "Who wants this case?" And he's like, "I'll take it,"
I'll take it.
with the weird metal finger. And
Yeah,
that's the end.
chopped his finger off. Yeah.
It's stupid. So score. We did the leather thing for Gerald's game. I think we're gonna just stick with numbers. There's an experiment, so it's cool.
Never know till you try.
Yep. So, what are you gonna give it?
I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm only giving it a 3 because it was a movie.
Well, 0 is like the worst movie of all
Yeah,
time.
it wasn't the worst. It wasn't great.
I'm gonna give it a little bit higher than that. I'll give it a 5.5. It
Nice.
wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. It could have been good. It really could have been. It just never found its footing. And when it did, it also kind of just stopped. I don't know. It could have easily been as good as like Zodiac or Seven.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've seen worse. I have seen worse, but
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. 5.5, and I'm being generous. So that'll do it for this week.
Don't forget to subscribe, add notifications on, leave comments, make suggestions. Yeah.
Just say what up.
Say hi. We suck.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care. Just talk, please.
We're lonely.
Yeah.
Help us.
We need you.
Yeah. So I'm Will.
JP.
This was the roll call.
Peace.